know that it's the correct information. You just know. Some people see an image, some people hear a word or a sentence. Those are types of intuition. I love this photo because this photo shows the person using their intuition. They're all centered. They're receiving the intuition through their crown chakra, their third eye, their throat chakra, down into their heart chakra. They're all in alignment, all the way down to their root chakra. And they're receiving those messages from their guides and their angels. And our guides and angels are messengers from God or the divine, whichever is your belief. And it's important to be centered and in alignment, just like this photo. Because when you are, you can make decisions. You can tune in and seek the correct answers for those decisions you want to make, rather they're in your business life, to find correct pathways. I've even used it when I'm interviewing an employee and something just doesn't feel right. And I'll just tune in and say, what am I not asking? And I'll receive information and I'll ask the applicant a question and bingo, I get the information I need. And I've even asked my grandson, I've used the same technique. When my grandson is having difficulties, and instead of saying, why did you do that? Or arguing with him, I use heart-centered intuition. I'll say, tell me about that situation. And sometimes he just clams up. So I just go with it. And I'll say, was this what was going on? Or did you feel this way? And it helps him open up to me. And then we just keep going deeper. Before you know it, I have the whole story. We didn't argue about it. We didn't get into any emotions. It was all centered on love and intuition. So you can easily diffuse anger and frustrations using divine connections by being centered. Sometimes you get into a situation and you're frustrated or someone's angry, and maybe you're the one that's wrong. I've been there, and I'll admit it. I'm wrong. And I let go in love. And I might even say that. I'm sorry. I let go in love. And I just leave it as it is. Even if the other person, remember, it takes two people to argue or carry on that conversation. Even if they continue the conversation, I just back off because I let go in love. I've said my piece. I let go. and I move on. And why do we worry so much? If we are connected with the universe, our guides, and our angels, and we're using our intuition, and we're worried about finances or whatever our worry is about, we're worried about making the right decisions. Why aren't we asking, what is the right direction? Why aren't we asking for guidance? Because they're going to help us make the right decision. Instead of being up all night or walking around with, oh my God, what am I going to do? I learned that 2010 was a horrible year in the beginning. My husband lost his full-time job after I had quit my full-time job. And then I had 2 part-time jobs, and then I lost my second part-time job. But you know what? I turned inward. I got heart-centered. I figured it out with my angels and my guides. And boom, Self-Directed Choices became an agency in March of 2011. We have 650 clients today, 23 staff. You can use the same intuition principles to turn your life around. That's why I'm here today. Today's path. I'm going to take you on my journey. I'm going to teach you the 3 keys that I've learned along the way. The mistakes, the misunderstandings, intuitions, types of meditation. And then we're going to review them. So let's get started. But you know what? Before we can do those things, there's a few things we need to do. You need to take that piece of paper I asked you to bring, and you need to write down what's on your mind, because I know everybody in this room has a few things on your mind. You brought it into this class, and I want you to write those things down. And I want you to put a star by the important things. And if you don't do that, you're not going to be 100% focused on what I'm about to teach you. So please take a few moments and write down what I'm about to teach you. And Karina, would you please tell me when they're done?
I'll be happy to. We're getting there. Not quite finished yet.
Okay.
Salam is writing like crazy.
Busy people have a lot on their mind. I know what that's like.
But Julia's done, and Coach Sherry's done, and Ginger's done.
I think Julia's done.
Yes. Ching, are you done?
This is so important, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Now, Jean just had her hand up for a moment, but that doesn't mean she did, because now that Zoom's doing something, if you kind of put your hand near the camera, automatically the hand goes up. So Jean, if you meant to put your hand up, could you put it up again? You're done, Salam? Okay, Jean, oh no, she's all set. Thumbs up. Okay, so everybody is all set, Sandy.
Great. So my next question is, where are you from? Put that in the chat.
We have Butte, Montana, Kennesaw, Georgia, I believe, if I didn't butcher that, Vancouver, BC, Canada, St. Louis, Vancouver, Washington State, South Africa, New England, San Jose, Los Angeles, San Diego, Denver, Colorado. There, I think we caught everybody. And Naples, Florida.
Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you all for being here. Now I have one last question. It's really important to me. What brought you here today? Can you tell me that?
Love brought me here to you.
Thank you, Salam.
And we have inspiration from Coach Sherry and to me to learn how to develop intuition. Julia, to see you. Ginger, the title of your talk. And there you go.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate everyone's input. So, because we're recording, I want you to know this recording will be shared with the people that attended a previous masterclass that the recording did not turn out. And I also will be sharing this on my YouTube channel and my private Facebook group. So this is the time that you might want to turn your camera off if you do not want your face shown on either one of those. And I do understand. I do also appreciate if you do want to leave your cameras on. I did want to let you know that ahead of time. So let's go on with the show, because the next slide is about how I thought, and today's theme is love, right? So if I can get my mouse to work. Yeah, here we go. So since today's theme is about love, I wanted to share with you how I found my soulmate and my husband of 30 years. So when I wanted to, I had went through a divorce of 30 years. And or not a divorce of 30 years. I was married to my first husband for 18 years. Had an amazing life. But then one day my world came crashing down on me. And as with some marriages, it just happens overnight. So I was single for about 5 years. And near the end of that, a friend of mine and I decided to create a vision board. So we put together this vision board. We meditated, we got magazines, we bought all kinds of stuff. This is before the internet. And we cut them all out, put them on this pink construction paper. And yes, it did have a picture of a bald man. And the reason it had a picture of a bald man is because I had this kind uncle that was very compassionate and caring. And I loved him dearly. So I put it on there, not thinking a whole lot about it. So I kept that up on my wall for almost a year, and nothing came of it, or at least I didn't think it did, until I decided to move to North Dakota. And when I decided to move to North Dakota for a career change, I was very lonely. I only had one friend in town, and I discovered that they had a find a friend column. So I decided to reply to an ad of another man. And when I called the 900 number, the lady said, you know what, why don't you put an ad in? Because we don't get very many women. And after a lot of urging, I decided to put the ad in the paper. That's my ad in the lower left-hand corner where the red line is. That ad hangs in my husband's office. All 23 employees sees that ad. And they can't believe that Sandy actually did that ad. And that's my husband of 30 years in the middle picture there, Don. He's my CFO of Self-Directed Choices. After a weeks-long phone calls, we agreed to have our first date. I told him I was a package deal. I wasn't going to just date anyone. I had 4 children, adults, with diverse abilities as a package deal. I also contained an ex-husband that was a friend of mine. And even as a friend, he had to accept those facts. Well, dating as a friend, he didn't care about that. So, long story short, now the upper picture, Paul, in the two-tone blue shirt, and Joseph, they live with us. And Lisa, she lived with us for a while too. She now lives in a group home. So that's my love story. And guess what? That vision board did work. So creative visualization does work to attract love. So let's move on. Didn't get my slide to work right. Oops, too far. Mistakes to avoid. So I have been an intuitive, like Karina said, since I was a child. My grandma Nora, and if you can see her picture now, taught me my gift when I was 8 or 9. In her picture, she's in a wheelchair, but she came to me standing in my closet. And that's a whole nother story. But I'm very grateful to my great grandma Nora. And sometimes I could feel her long hair brush my shoulders or her shawl laying on my shoulders. And I know she's present. So one thing that I want you to do, and one thing that I had to learn to do, was stop delaying to learn how to activate my own intuition, because it is so easy to seek answers from others outside yourself. But are those answers accurate? I can't tell you how much money I've spent on unreliable sources when I could have learned to go within, or learned to go to trusted, reliable sources such as Karina, such as Olga, such as Tiffany, such as Stephanie, and others. But when I was first starting out, I didn't know that. I didn't know how to seek the reliable sources. But guess what? I do now. People are so unaware of how to prepare. When even once they start to open up to be intuitive and receive messages, they don't always know how to prepare their surroundings, how to prepare their bodies to receive those messages. And that is so critical, because you don't want to get the wrong messages. You don't want to bring in negative energy. You want to bring in those clear, divine, God-centered messages. People are unaware of the power of prayer and setting intentions. These are what you ask for. So even today, last night, all week actually, as I prepared for tonight, I have been asking for direction. Tonight, as I deliver this message in this class, I'm receiving messages and they're being transmitted through me. You might not know that, but it's occurring, because it's not just my words, it's their words. And it's because I'm centered, I've cleansed, I've prepared my surroundings for you to deliver the right messages to you, for you to hear them, so that we can invite the guides and the angels, the receiver of God and the divine's messages, to deliver those directly to you tonight, because we're creating this container of energy. Even though we're on Zoom, we all are creating a container of energy and love by being together. I love this slide. This speaks to exactly what I'm talking about, the connection. We have to be connected to our guide, to our divine, whatever you feel comfortable. We bring that energy, that source, in through our crown chakra, into our third eye, into our throat chakra, into our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is critical. It connects our upper chakras and all of our lower chakras. It's so critical to be connected, because if we're not connected, you're not in tune. And when you're not in tune, you're not going to get those messages from your angels and your guides. So are you on the right channel? Are you tuned in? Are you receiving those messages? Now we're going to review the 4 types of intuition. The first one is claircognizance. I know. It's a clear knowing. You just know. Just like I said to Tiffany about the Grand Rapids art show. I just know at some point she will have a display, and I'm getting chills again when I say that. She will display at the Grand Rapids art display in Michigan. I just know it. I feel it and I know it. It's just a knowing. You just know. Their audience is hearing. You just hear something. It can be anywhere that you hear it. Sometimes I actually hear from the left side. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed. Sometimes I just hear. But sometimes I hear on my left side. But it's hearing sounds outside your normal range. And then I see this is an image or scene that just comes to your mind. It might come from your third eye, or it just might be an image that comes to you. And people see this all the time when you're in tuned with your intuition. If you have this gift, you'll see this all the time. The last one, clairsenses. I feel. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy, or felt something was wrong, or maybe the excitement? Earlier, I described an interview. I felt I needed more information. This is using this gift. Whoops, too far. Learn to trust your intuition. It's really pretty easy, but it takes consistency and time. You need to seek answers inside, not outside. Learning to use your intuition to listen to the messages. Also, looking for signs. If you're out for a walk, or these days you're probably out shopping or at the grocery store, look for signs. How many of us have seen signs? I do. Type in the chat if you've seen signs. Do you receive messages from your angels or guides? How many of us do? Karina, can you tell me?
I'll be happy to if people want to say that they actually do. Sometimes people are shy about that. Oh, Lydia, I do. That's 2 of us, 3 of us. Anybody else want to fess up? It's okay. You don't have to share if you don't want. Oh, Lelaine, she does. Salam, I do, but didn't know how to trust. We understand that one.
Yep, we do.
Oh,
Learning to,
Sherry, whenever I see a penny on the ground, I think it's from my grandmother.
yep,
And Jean, often in numbers, animals, insects, etc.
yes, those are signs. Important signs. Those are all great examples. Thank you for sharing. Meditation. Ah, what did I do? That was funny. I just went way too fast. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. I told you it wasn't just me. Why meditate? Meditation reduces stress, increases calmness, clarity. When we meditate, we can increase our clarity. We can increase that trust when we meditate and connect with our angels and guides. And when we I can't even talk, mindfully meditate, all aspects of our life improves, and we become more heart-centered. Now, one thing I want to say here is you don't have to lay down on your bed or the floor and meditate for an hour or 30 minutes. You can simply just relax for a few minutes. Sometimes I only meditate for a minute or two just to relax myself, center, and ask for guidance. If I'm really feeling like I'm getting frustrated or stressed, I just stop. I use one of Karina's breathing techniques, and I relax, drop my shoulders, center my chakras, And then I go back to what I'm doing as a form of meditation. You don't have to go out, purchase tapes on meditation. You don't have to go to YouTube, listen to 30-minute videos. You can do short meditations and get the same relaxful, clear meditation. You can even go outside, just go for a walk, maybe go around the block or down the street or out in your yard and just listen. Listen to nature. Look at your yard or down the street, wherever you are. Enjoy the beauty of Mother Earth. Take it all in. Use your senses. So important. Last night, Ching talked about healthy eating. Well, there's also mindful eating. When you're eating, thinking about the food you're eating and how it's nourishing your body and why you're eating that. That's a form of meditation. So see, there's all ways to relax and meditate. So today, in review, we talked about some of the lessons I've learned. We also discussed, are you tuned in to the right channel? Are you centered? Talked about meditation. Now, I can get to play.
I am so glad that I got Sandy's free session when I first attended her masterclass. Since then, my intuition, my sense of self, and also my groundedness has really blossomed. And so working with Sandy has just been incredible because I'm this like bubbly, high-spirited manifester, and Sandy has this deep, powerful manifesting that when you blend that, and I remember to ground and to use my intuition and trust into that. And so I'm so grateful, and that experience has stuck with me as well as multiplied so much. So thank you so much. I highly recommend you grab your own session with Sandy. After I had mine, I was so inspired. I invited her to my group of students to teach them. And I'm so glad she said yes to that. And we've done some amazing projects and collaborations since then. So love to Sandy and all of you. It's Ren Roberts. Aloha.
Oops. So are you ready to activate your intuition? Steve, this is Steve's journey. Steve called me. He was at the bottom of his life, living in this house. He had a kiddie pool collecting water from the roof when it snowed or rained. Those windows had holes in them around the wooden frames. He was working third shift, driving 45 minutes one way to work. His marriage was falling apart. He didn't know what he was going to do. His question to me was, do you think you can help me? And I said, yes, I can. This is Steve and his wife, Lisa, today. They sold that farmhouse. They moved into this house in July. Steve started working with me in October of last year. Steve taught his wife the same techniques. Steve's very intuitive. His wife's intuitive. Look at his dogs. They're even happy. He now has friends, so is she. And they celebrated Thanksgiving together in that home as a family with their children and grandchildren. And look, they put their Christmas tree up the first time in years. He is so happy, and so is she. Their life is amazing. He stays in touch with me to stay on track because he does not want to go back where he was. And he is now on second shift. In December of last year, he actually got a raise. So he's moving forward in his life. Now I want to play this song. It's just a short tidbit because I believe in each of you.
I believe that dreams come true. I believe in fairy tales. I believe in you. We can make it through the storm. Hold my hand. We'll keep stumbling on and really live our lives as dreamers do.
Sorry about that. So I do believe in each of you, and I want to introduce you to my signature program. This is my Activate Your Intuition program. It's a 6-week program, and this is what you get during this 6-week program. You get all these key things. We will clear your auras and energy fields. You'll get your in-depth ways to meditate that work for you. Not everybody has found the way to meditate. And you will learn how to easily use your intuition. We will work with creative visualization so that you learn to manifest. Yes, I love manifestation, so that we can bring that future that you're dreaming of into the current. And I'm going to teach you the basics of reading oracle cards. This 6-week program normally costs $1,097. It's 6 weeks plus 3 private sessions with me. And it includes, oh my goodness, what did I do? Hang on, sorry. It includes the Let It Be Clear book by Karina, the Spirit Candle, an Oracle deck by Sherry, and a crystal. And there's more. Now think about it for a moment. If you went just to, let's say, a psychic, you might pay $150 or even up to $500 for an hour's reading. And look what you get at full price for 6 weeks. And you're learning to do it yourself. But if you enroll, and I'm going to extend this to the end of the year, not just today. But if you enroll for the January 4th class, it's only $597. But wait, I got more. And I will do payment plans. If you enroll before the end of the year and put $99 down, which is non-refundable, I will do the net $597, subtract the $99 deposit, and break that out into payments for you. And you get into the January 4th class. So, what do you think? Are you wanting to activate your intuition, or do you want to remain stuck where you're at? I'm making it very affordable for you. So money can't be the issue. And I don't think time is the issue either, because these sessions are also recorded. So if you can't make a class, you get the recording. So time's not the issue, money's not the issue. So now what's the issue? So thank you for joining me today. And I invite you to activate your intuition. How do we stop it? There we go. Karina, will you put my information in the chat for people?
Yes, I will love to do that. And let's see, our lovely Sandy, did you also want me to put the angel for
Sure.
pillars in the chat as well? Okay.
Yes.
Then I shall do that.
And does anybody have any questions, comments that I can address at this time?
I will pull up the gallery view so I can see. Sherry, you can unmute, dear.
Hi. So, I always have something to say, but Sandy,
We're so happy that you do.
yeah, it's all out of love. But Sandy, this is such an amazing offer and at such a great value, because I know how powerful you are, and I've seen it in action before with how you work with people. And wow, thank you for being so generous, and everybody who has participated in these 3 days being so generous with their very special, unique gifts. So I just wanted to, throw that out there to all of you who are making these amazing offers, Karina and Ching and everyone. So that's all I had to say. Love you, gals.
Thank you, Coach Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry, so much. We just love you too.
Thank you, Ginger.
We have so many special ladies in this group that have so many special gifts. But this is an amazing offer, people. If you have ever been curious about your intuition, it's not just a thing. It, like a lot of people think, it is an amazing tool that it allows you to trust your gut. And you need to get to that point where you can really trust yourself. And without a strong intuition, you can't. And all this information comes at you all the time. And I know everybody hits a spot where you kind of spun around and you don't know which way to go. If your intuition were stronger, you would know, you'd have the answers. You'd just stop, you'd take a moment, you'd breathe, you'd center, you'd ask guidance, and you'd be quiet. And then you can get your answers, but you have to be quiet too to hear.
Have to listen.
So if there are no other questions at the moment, what we would like to do is, Ching said last night that she was going to be able to give a nice announcement because her company did not release this information until today. So she is going to be able to release it now in just a moment. And then we were going to recap a little bit about what I am offering as well for this event that we're doing. And then we have the lovely Lydia that has some absolutely beautiful, heartfelt sayings for this season to close us off.
Okay, you're ready for me to share screen?
I am ready. Sandy, are you all set? Okay, then Ching, I am bringing you up. And there you go.
Okay, do you see my screen with oh, it's all covered up here. Let me
We see your screen.
Okay, yeah, I see part of it because the Zoom thing is covering it up. Okay, do you see Be the Best You yet?
Be the best you. No, so far I'm seeing the one that says 30 days to healthy living set.
Oh, oh no, I cannot share my pictures.
You should be
Okay.
able to. Try
No,
again.
I'm not sharing. I was trying to share my images and it
Yeah,
doesn't.
you should be able to do that.
Yeah, but you're not seeing that.
Well, no.
Okay. Let me see. Share screen again. Oh, here it is. I shared the wrong screen.
That's okay.
Okay, you see it?
Yes, the best of you get. The best
Yes.
you get. There you go. Yet.
The best you yet.
Tongue
So
twister.
So we are offering 30-day reset or a 14-day reset. They both start on January 2nd, or if you can't make it for January 2nd, you can start on January 16th. And it's the program that I talked about yesterday with sustainable habits, whole foods. It's a gut reset because the gut, you know, it affects your whole mindset, your body, and your skin. And we have simple solutions, accountability, coaching, supportive community, and it's 100% clean. And we have recipes as well. So let me make this bigger. It's a value of $508. As a preferred client, you get it for 40% off at $308.40. And if you register as a consultant, you get it at 50% off, 50. And it includes all the products that I talked about yesterday. I don't want to go through it. So I will put my link in the chat right after this. So you can contact me and we can talk about it. The nice thing about this set you can get anytime at 40% off or 50% off. But right now, you can get it with a frother. And this is the frother. This one here and that beats up your juices or your shake, makes it more smooth. And then you also, that's free. And then you get our glow cream free. And then you can also choose a free product from a list. So you're getting 3 free products, you know, that you normally don't get. So this is a great deal. And if you want, just message me or go to my website. Let me see. And I'm putting the links there. So message me or go to my website. You can just order from my website, or we can talk. So I'm done, Karina.
Okay, I also put your link, I put your link tree
Uh-huh.
into the chat.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Okay, and the Certified B Corporation, a little understanding about it.
Oh, good. Thanks.
My pleasure. And thank you, Jing, very much, because it is so important when we're talking about cleaning out the energy. The energy is also in the body of what you've been ingesting, whether consciously or unconsciously, with the environment of what happens. And so what is the date that you were going to start this in January?
January 2nd. So that means that you need to place your order as soon as possible so that you will receive it in time. And because of the holidays, you know, delivery might be delayed. So if you know that you want to do it, you know, let me know as soon as possible. You know, what a better time to clean out your gut or to reset your gut than the beginning of the year, after you have indulged with all the celebrations.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Ching, very much. And you just let Ching know that you have met her through this event. Thank you so much. And she can fill you in on anything that you possibly missed last night when you speak with her, because there's a lot, and there's amazing skin products that are just fabulous. I've used for months and months, and you can clearly see that I've got great skin with all of that, and it glows, and I don't even have any makeup on. So this isn't even makeup doing anything. This is just my skin.
Oh, I have another little bit. You know, whenever you, well, the best thing is to talk with me, because there are lots of things that are on sale. And, you know, best thing is to talk with me, and I can guide you through the whole thing, because it's very overwhelming to just look at the website.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Great. Well, you can contact Ching, and thank you so very much, Ching. We really appreciate this whole 3 evenings for everyone. And I'm going to remove the spotlight for a moment, and I will actually bring myself up, maybe. Okay, so yes, I am here. All right, and I would like to just review, you know, it's really wonderful that everybody is trying to offer something beautiful for you. And there's a reason for it. And the major reason is we want everyone to be as healthy and as joyful as possible. And when you are, you really become very grateful for your life. And when you are, your frequency goes up to a much higher degree, and much more beautiful things enter your life. And so we've been, for this 3 evenings, we have taken it 3 different directions deliberately. And let me see, this might or might not be the proper slide I've got. Yes, it is. So we've taken it from an energy basis of cleaning you out, and I'm going to share this. This is kind of, whoops, I have a couple of things you don't need to see. There, that's better. This is like a energy rotor-rooter type of thing, if you want to look at it in those terms. It is cleaning out what has been stalling you in your life. And it may be hard to understand because it is ancient spiritual energy healing arts, but it is a connection with spirit that I do this work, and I literally channel and move energy within the individuals. And we do discover what energy actually isn't yours that you've been carrying, and that will always block you. And we dissolve it and transmute it and let it move on, but we work with what your energy is. And when we do that, there is always a sacred message for you that is present time, not for something far out in the distance, something for now, so things can move. And if you remember what Einstein said, that whatever had created the problem, you cannot find the solution by the same conscious method. You have to do something very different. And I do something very different than most people are used to. So I do have a 6-week that I do, which is a signature of mine, that it is called Leaders and Changes of Purpose, because everybody within them, in their life, you are a leader of your life, and you change things of what you want to change so you better your life, but you also better your life for people around you. And that is a purpose. It doesn't matter if it's your family or you're taking on the whole world. That does not matter. It doesn't have to be big. Every individual, when you actually live your dream, you do impact the world. There's no way you can't, because your vibration is out there. And so this is a profound transformational 6 weeks, and it is a group program. It is spiritually guided and connected, and it is working with quantum energy shifts. So that means it moves very rapidly. You do experience shifts. You do open up your perceptions of what's going on. Your consciousness does raise and your frequency does raise. Now, I start January 9th. And yes, I too am doing the event special, because that's what we're doing here. So it is $99 down, and you are saving $467, because normally this is $997. But we're going to hold it for 5:30 until the end of the event. I'm not sure if we're going to just tomorrow or through the weekend. We might post it up there, but I know at least till midnight tomorrow night. And there is a payment schedule if you need one. We are trying to make this as easy as possible for you to say yes to yourself. I will put my links in the chat. If anybody has any questions about that, I do have a whole page on the programs themselves. And let's see where I might be. And just so you know, what Sandy showed you, that book, just got finished and published. So we are putting it out there. Let me see if I can stop sharing the screen. Sandy's showing the book. And you know, once in a while, I get lost in this. There we go. Stop share. I'm going to put you up front, Sandy. There we go. It is called Let's Be Clear. And go ahead, Sam.
I'm on page 117.
Well, that was my next thing, and that's why I have this beautiful red up there as soon as I get something else out of the way. Because what I did want to say, oops, I erased something instead of, everybody has different buttons. Okay. I am back to sharing this. Earth Angels. In the chapter in the book called Earth Angels, I happen to have 3 lovely, amazing Earth Angels with us right now. And that is Sandy and Coach Sherry and Lydia. In this area, we deliberately want you to have more perspectives, more things you can consider for your life. And so their wisdom is being shared with you in this book. And it is the chapter of Earth Angels. And have you ever known any? Well, guess what? You know 3 right now. Sandy, I'm going to stop sharing anyway.
And Lydia's on page 116, and Sherry's right underneath me on page 117.
So we have going for us and brought to you several different packages, not to confuse you, but to give you areas that mean the most, that you have a sense that you want to explore now. And it's not like you have, oh, I absolutely know that. No, if you have, I'm not kind of sure type feeling, then I can tell you that means yes. And your higher self is telling you yes. If you're clear that, nope, not for me, thank you very much. We love the talk. Great. Because we're here to give you information, and we certainly hope that you utilize the information that we have given you these 3 evenings. So from here, we are going to close this. Are we ready to close this, ladies? Just give me a nod. Oh, Mew, is that a yes? Okay. Or a question? No question. Okay, from just checking. From here, we're bringing Lydia on for our closing beautiful holiday sayings. Hang on, Lydia, just a quick second. I am removing us because the spotlight needs to be on you now, my love.
Hello,
Thank you.
everyone. I have been a foster mom for over 25 years, and I have a nonprofit, Dick Lotus Kids. So this my Christmas messages have been about foster children. So today our theme is love. Love your children. They are our future. We love baby Jesus. He's the reason for the season. Love our foster children who need so much love and yearn to be a family. This Christmas season and always, let's set our kids up for success. This holy season, a father to the fatherless, a defender of widows is God in his holy dwelling. Psalm 68:5. Adoption is the taking in and treating of another person's child who otherwise would grow up an orphan as one's own. The act of adoption into a loving family is victorious in God's sight. Our Heavenly Father is the greatest adopter and promoter of adoption in all the world. As a quote by Dr. Charles Stanley. And our patron saint of love is Saint Valentine, which we all know that. So Jesus left us with a new commandment, that you love one another even as I have loved you. John 13:34. The basis of faith is love, for God is love. 1 John 4. And our angel of love, Archangel Chamuel, he who sees God, Chamuel embodies God's love and compassion for people and for the world, especially foster children, and his highest duty to help us find the right people in our lives. So thank you all. Jesus is a reason for the season, and please remember love for foster children this holiday season, and Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night.
Thank you so much, Lydia.
Thank you, Lydia.
You're welcome. Beautiful angels.
You are too.
So with that, we would love, if there are no questions, but anybody is welcome in for the next couple of minutes, because we did promise we were going to take this for 2 hours. If somebody does have a question, we are happy to take it. And you can just put it in the chat if you want, or you can unmute. Okay, there are no questions. So we definitely want the very best for all of you. We send very much love to you and your families, not just during this holiday season, but always. Many blessings, so much enjoyment, and let wisdom come your way. Ladies, you want to add anything before we hang up?
I just want to thank everyone for coming, and have the merriest and happiest holidays. And remember to tune in, because your angels and guides are there to help you.
And with that, we are going to send you off with a beautiful kiss. Merry, merry, blessed Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ginger.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
And happy, abundant, prosperous New Year. Yes.
Yes.
And healthy New Year.
That was the word I forgot. And healthy, definitely healthy.